Welcome back, guys, to Grandia 2. Last episode, we managed to fight our way off the monster fields of Seal Reef, with our final two opponents being the Crimson Tails, presumably the layers of the eggs and the young that swarmed us came from, boarding the 50-50 to continue sailing onwards. With the granite cliffs before us, the 50-50 blasted off and flew over the massive gap, allowing us to reach Garlan, with Ryudo's return being met with hostility by the villagers as we begin our search for Melphis. Look at my hands. They're smooth, not rough like yours. All the men have smooth hands now. So you've given up the sword. Remember when Gata, you and I used to brag about who had the most calloused hands? I wasn't talking about then. I just wanted to show you that our lives are different from yours now. Leave the village. It's best for everyone that way. There's no place for you here anymore. Why do you think I've been away for the past 3 years? I know there's no place for me here. What are you waiting for? You don't want to dredge out the past either, do you? No, I don't. I just want to face it. It's the chief's village yet? What have we got this set to? Inn, general store, wharf, Ryudo's old house. Ryudo, now you've seen the look in the eyes of the villagers. The look of fear. Don't pour salt in an old wound. There was nothing you can do but leave, Ryudo. Let us forget. I understand, chief, but I'm sorry. I can't just walk away. I've been running from my past for too long now. There was nothing left in this village. No spirit to resist, not even to live. Ever since that day, we lost everything. We just want to be left alone. That's all we ask, so leave us, Ryudo. Please. Alright, I'll leave, and I'll never come back. But before I go, I must face Melphis. I must fight him. Let's just go in his house after he told us to leave. Oh my god, the stairs are just swords. That's cool. Ryudo, I don't know what you expect to accomplish by coming back here. It's not that I'm not happy to see you, but if you're here, something terrible might happen again. I can't welcome you. Work brings me into town. After it is settled and done with, I promise I'll bother you no longer. It's not that I'm not happy to see you, but I simply can't bring myself to welcome you, Ryudo. Can I read that book? Worth a try, right? Nope. Too bad the bookcase is made out of swords. The general store is down there. Oh, this is my old house. This was our house. Ryudo. There are other places to take the hunt. Be with us at the inn. Come to you. My brother was always better with the blade than anyone else. He would have been a great sword master. How did he come then to be possessed by Valmar? You don't understand. Melphis did it to himself. Everything. To the inn. Marek waits and Melphis will be found soon enough. Ryudo! You really think you can kill Melphis? Your own brother? I have no brother. Melphis is a demon, and I will kill him. You ran before. How do you expect to deal with him now, especially if he's a demon? No, I'll do it. I'll kill him myself. I'll be sure to inform the chief of your bravado. Stop it, Ryudo. Hiya! Damn it. If you hadn't run away, if you'd only fought with me back then, everything would be different. Perhaps. But this is the now, and you have no hope of defeating Melphis. And even if you could, it would not unbend a single blade of grass in this cursed town. Sir, he's right, you know. This village has been beaten. Shamed. Just the mention of Melphis' name is enough to make us cower in fear. When the village's greatest swordsman became possessed, we lost not only our sword of justice, but the ideals it stood for. Village of swordsmen. Bah! Justice is something that cannot be stolen. It exists in your heart. Ideals can never be lost if you believe in them. Ah, what the hell do you know? go. Ryudo awaits. I gotta. I'll try that again. Look at Ryudo having the fancy two-tiered house with a tree on top. He gets the special house. Why does this look like a cave? And we haven't been to the general store yet. What do you think you can do by coming back now? Why won't you just leave us alone? Look at us. The village is in a shambles and yet you want to make it even worse. Stop tormenting him. Don't you realize how difficult this is for Ryudo? Elena, it's not important. If that had been for you, we would still be living happily like before. How can we ever forgive you? Do you think I enjoy reminding you? Do you think I want to tell you these things after not seeing you for so long? I understand, but you must understand that I intend to leave as soon as I can. You're gonna have to bear with me. That's the way out. Ah. The graves are swords too. Ryudo, we've not forgotten what Melphus did. His sin has scarred our village. Why do you return now, Ryudo? You deserted us. What are you here for? Why? Why do you treat him like that? This is his home too. Elena, it's all right. We'll leave as soon as we're finished here. Until then, just ignore what they say. Ryudo, you've seen the village. It's not the peaceful place it was when you lived here, is it? Ever since your brother took away the idol, the life of the village has drained away. Can't even grow enough to eat anymore. I've noticed. But how can you give up? You can't possibly want to live your lives this way. Stop running away from your troubles. Gallius, it's me. His kid brother. I've come back to settle everything. Ryudo, was he a victim of Melphus too? Yes, he cut him down without hesitation. Once possessed, no one could stop Melphus back then. Melphus and Gallius trained together, crafting and honing their skills, and still Melphus slaughtered him. How terrible. Lord Granos, I beseech you, may his soul rest in peace. Rena, I'm finally home, big sister. Sorry to make you wait for so long. Sister? Ryudo, I didn't know. She wasn't really my sister. She was Melphus's first victim and his fiancée. Rena always treated me like her family, her little brother. In that sense, she was a sister to me. But in a few more months, I'll be older than she was when she died. Ryudo. So your big sister sleeps in this grave. Why has it not been cared for properly? This is disrespectful to Rena. It doesn't surprise me. After what happened, the villagers here can't bear to remind themselves of such a tragedy. Ryudo, what exactly happened here? Elena, do not ask. But I'm back now. It's been what, 3 years now? Do you know the person buried here, Ryudo? Yes, he was this old guy. Another of Melphus's victims. Bard always fenced with his kids. He'd still be fencing if only... Look, such an old grave. I can't even read the name on it. Been like that ever since I was a kid. No one knows whose grave it is. But everyone who was born in this village comes to rest here. Must be someone from ages ago. Grandfather? It's me, Ryudo. I'm back. Sorry to make you worry. Ryudo, is this your grandfather's place of rest? Not my real grandfather. He's the old man that taught me about true swordsmanship. Ah, the grandfather you tell all the stories about. One who taught you the way of the sword. Old man Rajak taught me everything. From how to properly grip a sword to how to clear your mind before battle. He died when I was little. I had so many things I wanted to ask him. Grandfather Rajak, it's me, Ryudo. I come back to face Melphus. Don't laugh. I'll beat him. Sasha sleeps here. I wonder who Sasha was. She was still a child when she died. She refused to believe Melphus would do anything wrong. She trusted him until the end. Trust of a child is so innocent. Melphus betrayed that trust. Damn him. Damn him. Those graves held a lot of story in them. You're Ryudo, right? Mummy said I'm not supposed to talk to you. Well then, you better do what your mother says. If you don't, she'll spank you for sword scabbard, right? I don't get it. Why does everyone hate you, Ryudo? Mummy said I better not catch you talking to that Ryudo. Why? What's wrong with you, Ryudo? At your age, you just better do what Mum tells you. Go on now. Why, Ryudo? the general store then? House is Garlan House 4. Melphis is coming back. His thirst for destruction is unquenchable. How much more will he make us suffer? You know, you wouldn't know, because you deserted us. Oh, how we've suffered. Stop, you must not say such things, please. Right after Melphis stole the idol, there was a terrible earthquake. Almost every house was destroyed. And now that we've finally begun to recover, you return to attack Melphis? Just leave us alone, Ryudo. I won't let him hurt you anymore. I will run away no longer. I haven't found this general store. Oh yeah, of course it's down the front. They're always opposite the inn. Hey, you're a bad guy. Go away. Shoo, shoo. No, you do not understand. Ryudo is not a bad man. Elena let it be. His mother probably told him. My mummy didn't tell me. She died. She got sick and died. Mummy got sick and she died. My daddy told me about you. He said it was some guy named Melphis' fault. You like Melphis, right? No, I have no allegiance to Melphis. He's my enemy and he will fall before my blade. No more from that kid. It used to be a fine village. The men all practiced the sword and the women helped as much as possible. The air was alive back then. The days before the tourney, everyone would... never mind, we can't relive the past. Ryudo, what happened here? What happened to you and the villagers? We lost what was important to us. Our spirit, a sense of dignity and pride. On that day when Melphis... we'll never be able to bring back that busy, happy village we had. Oh, what a world. What a world. Ma'am, you must remain hopeful if things are to ever get any better. You're a young girl, but a broken sword will always be a broken sword. No smith can ever fix it. That's what we are now. Looks like there's lots of labels for sales. Oh, a customer. Oh, it's you, Ryudo. What do you want? But still sell to me then. And not at a massive markup, so I'm quite pleased about that. Prized first class katana, the sword of Mikage. Silver flail, which is a better flail with a -5 movement. It's like much better. I think it was 70 damage the other one did. This does 82. Yeah, like much better. The dread bow's available, so I should probably just buy that. Interestingly, the only things available to buy are for these guys. Okay, everything is generally a down. Oh, so because it's attack down. 5 attack for 5 defense. The Mercury bandana makes you run faster. Huh. It's actually not too much to buy. Don't know what you're here for, but I don't want any trouble, you hear? New weaponry ain't that bad. I take it they're gonna let me stay at the inn now then? You know, why did you come back? For what possible reason do you return? I mean, I don't need to recover. I probably should save because we've been through everywhere and talked. For quite a while. And this always tells us how long we have been. A good 20 minutes. So you want to stay? Damn pariah. Marek, how did it go? The scent of Melphis hangs heavy in the air. He is in this village. Of this I am certain. Melphis? You brought Melphis here? Ryudo has nothing to do with Melphis being here. Why must you persecute him? What has he done? This village is doomed, I fear. Our destruction is at hand. Why do you say this? Elena, forget about it. I do not understand. These are our warrior people bound to the blade. Why then do they permit another to trample them underfoot as so many stones along a path? Marek, their wounds do not pierce their flesh, but rather their hearts. I'll let you stay tonight. You better leave in the morning.
I wonder what happened to Ryudo here. Is this really where he grew up?
Miss, Do you really want to know what happened to Ryudo?
Who are you?
It does not matter. Do not look outside. Look and I will leave. One more thing. Do not repeat this to anyone. Understand?
All right. Just tell me, what happened?
Known as the Village of Swordsmen, this is where men came to polish their skills and pursue the way of the sword. Melphis and Ryudo were raised by the village chief after they lost their parents when they were young. The two began combat training and soon showed incredible progress. Melphis in particular became the greatest swordsman the village had ever seen.
Here we go, Ryudo! Ha! Not even close!
Ryudo spent all day, every day, practicing with his best friend, Gata. Melphis was admired for being the strongest swordsman in the village. Eventually, Melphis became engaged to the village chief's daughter, Rena. The good-natured Rena was already like a sister to Ryudo.
Like this sword without a cloud,
Like this blade, pure and true!
we shall become swordsmen, strong of heart.
Then, one day, a terrible storm beset the village. From the altar of the idol came an unusual rumbling. The idol was a sword of such terrible power that it could only be wielded by the most powerful swordsman in the world. The sword was believed to protect the village from harm. Rena went to the altar to quiet the angry idol. The villagers waited for Rena to return safely, but hope as they might, the strange rumblings did not cease. No one knew what happened to Rena. Thus began a terrible tragedy. When Rena did not come back, the worried village chief sent Melphis and a few other villagers to investigate. Yet the storm and rumblings only grew worse. Ryudo silently trailed Melphis. And witnessed
Malphus! Rena! Malphus! It can't be. No. What? Malphus? How could you?
Ryudo wept at the side of the dead Rena. Her body lay, as it were, impaled upon the sword of Melphis. The villagers searched the island, but found neither hide nor hair of Melphis. Murderer, idol thief. This is how Melphis was now known. Because of his brother, Ryudo could no longer live in the village. So he came to live as a geohound. That was about 3 years ago.
So up until now, Ryudo has lived bearing his own sorrow like that.
Betrayed by the brother he trusted most, he became leery of ever trusting anyone again.
It must have been hard, being driven into exile, living all alone. The poor thing.
Your understanding that will make it all much easier on him.
That's it. Grail Mountain. What we've learned is Ryudo did nothing wrong and then got shunned. We're going to Grail Mountain. Melphis has got to be there. And let us move with the silence and certainty of day passing into dusk. Going to Grail Mountain. It's become so ugly that no one goes there anymore. We'll go to the place where the horns of Valmar are sealed, and then we'll settle this. I mean, I don't think they're sealed. For a variety of reasons. What do you think you're doing? The village of old is gone forever? I'm sure. Or maybe we can lift a curse on the land at the very least. We seem to do that wherever we go. You know, Melphis has returned. Was that your doing? Was it you who brought him back? Melphis again. Oh, I can't even bear the thought. I don't even want to think of that day. You're all only thinking of yourselves. What makes you believe that Ryudo does not suffer from his memories as well? Elena, leave it be. I'm here to send Melphis to his grave, nothing more. Now let's go. Pretty sure it's the same conversation dialogue we had before from that guy. Alright, let's just check armor at the shop. Because there's nothing really that's a straight up increase for us, which is kind of interesting. We've already got our weapons. Seems like we're looking good to go. Oh, I don't know where Garlan's gone. Well, Island of Garlan vicinity seems to be pretty small, all in all. Grail Mountain, here we come. How horrible. What is all this? Sign and a warning. The horns of No. Melphis. My village was left as such. I fear what may happen should Melphis find what he seeks, for there is murder in his purpose. Melphis must not have control of that power. We must stop him. Ryudo! What are you doing here, Gata? Ryudo, this was on the door of your old house. Wait at the Plateau of Memories. Melphis. Melphis must be stopped, Ryudo. Just do this for me. You must kill him. We're all in danger while he still lives. He spread his madness for far too long. You're the only one who could defeat him. I think they'll find that what was sealed just wasn't as sealed as they originally thought, was it? Oh no. Our same old enemies by the look of things too. Right, so I have 155 MP, right? I supposedly do magic damage and that absorbs more. This costs 36. So I should be down to 119, if my math is correct.
Blue.
To be fair, that's blue.
Threat eliminated.
Is something weird that because I'm getting the kill, I don't get anything? So yeah, so I didn't gain any MP. Can I only get regen? Oh, I might have even read what the skill does wrong when you think about it. Not saying I have a deep understanding of what it means. 1000 G. To be honest, I was expecting that to be a bit dead end when I saw the other route below. Seems the native enemies everywhere are all amphibious. Meanwhile, in getting attacked by everything... No, the other frog moved further away. Purple.
Electric.
That's correct. That's correct. I didn't see our MP bar go up at all. Is it when I take damage?
You better practice if you want to beat me.
Well, I obviously completely understand that ability. But while I'm right next to the point, I can just go back, quickly recover, and then move on. With enemies defeated and spell power retained. Beds! Rock beds! Clay bed!
Lotus flower. Bloom.
Say, how many did I hit then? Just 2?
Stuff of nightmares.
More booblades, please. 29 hits. Well, I don't seem to have regained MP from doing damage there. They're not staying in sleep for very long. But just being able to get them into sleep.
These guys were no real challenge.
There's so much pause that we can knock them out. And they give a lot of coins. Okay, a makabishi. That's an item, not a weapon by the look of things. It's another occasion for Zapple by the look of things. Ow, 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 ow.
Blue.
She's beginning to tell the difference.
Red. Eliminated.
For a second I almost thought she said red eliminated. Okay.